What's your name? Is it B-O-B-B-Y? Okay, Bobby. Amy?
But we showed 2001 Maniacs last night, Tim.
Yes, we did. Feel the screams.
What did you think of the reaction to it?
It was very interesting because, you know, I mean, we had people fucking sheep in the movie. We had, you know, everything you could imagine, and it was sort of like, oh, okay. And I was like, wow, what are you guys used to in here in Scotland, in Glasgow, as I've been told? Because I've been saying Glasgow, it's Glasgow, and I was sort of like, are you unshockable? And then today, I went on the Field of Screams website and was just so delighted to see all these great reactions about, you know, and quite frankly, the sort of prevailing theme was we just didn't know what to say. Our jaws were open. We just kept thinking, no, he didn't just go there. And it was really great. And, you know, everybody was like, well, this really isn't a horror film, which is fine, because I've never said it really was. But it was interesting because it was very hard to read the audience reaction last night, which also I would say was not just true for my film, but, you know, I sat through Stag night, which I really, really loved. And it was a pretty quiet...
The director's over there, by the way. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Hello. No, I really...
Shameless playing to the crowd.
I really loved it, and yet... You know, with the exception of this incredible, one of the best kills I've seen in a horror movie in a long time, which got well-deserved applause, it was sort of sedate. But then when it ended, you know, everybody who had been sitting as if they were in cathedral was getting, oh, I loved it. So I was like, okay, I guess everybody is a little more mannered during their horror movies and a little less raucous. You know, I have people like in America, like they're fucking in the middle of the movie and they're killing and all that. Although we did have a bit of a row last night.
We did indeed.
We actually did.
Well done. Well, listen, 2001 Maniacs, Field of Screams, coming to a DVD store near you. We wish it well. Thanks a lot, Tim.
Thank you very much.
It's been great to have you here. The audience has adored you. We've loved you too. So thanks a lot.
I love you.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. This is the first time I've seen it with an audience, so I'll be experiencing it as you're experiencing it, and I hope you all have a good time. So this is a really, really big night for me. It's my first film, and I hope you all enjoy it.
You let us have the movie, we're really pleased. It played very, very well, and you must be delighted. So tell me a bit about the reaction and what the people said about it.
Well, I actually just met two people outside, and they think it should get a cinema release. So I'm very, very pleased with that. It is going to be coming out on DVD in April, so if there's any small theatres or if Kaleidoscope can be convinced to maybe show it on a couple of screens for audiences, I think that would be fantastic, because it was really well received. And one of the kills got a huge cheer, and I actually got told that was the one big cheer of the night even. So I was really thrilled with that.
I mean, you've got quite a good history behind you, and you've done some quite interesting things. Give us a bit about your background.
When I was first looking for an agent, he thought I was like deranged and schizophrenic, because I was doing children's animation by day and then writing thrillers and horror films by night. So I've worked on things like The Raggy Dolls up in Manchester, then I moved over to Germany working on more children's cartoons, and I was just writing at night, and I entered my scripts in the Fulbright competition for screenwriting, and in '96 I went to America, and I've stayed. I mean, I sold script to Fox and got an agent, and it's been great. I mean, I've worked on a lot of different projects for the different studios, and Flight Plan was the big thing that finally came together with Jodie Foster. But you know, being behind the scenes on a movie like that, you know, you're the writer, you're not in control. That guy called the director is the guy who's pulling all the shots, and I thought, I want to have a go at that.
I was going to say that. Why horror did you choose that? I mean,
because really, I mean, I generally write thrillers. But when I look back, I would genuinely say the most influential films on me were Halloween and The Terminator, and, you know, early John Carpenter. I loved Assault on Precinct 13. So, you know, taking one location and milking it for the tension.
And will you be doing another one?
God willing. Let's let this one come out on DVD. Let's let people see it. Nobody's seen it. You guys are the first ones to see it. I've never seen it on a big screen before last night.
There you go. Breckenmeyer, star.
Breckenmeyer is fantastic. Hollywood should take note of this film and cast that guy in more things than just films with furry orange cats.
For the next film, Amer, and as many of you will know, this is one of my favourite films for a very, very long time. I absolutely adore it, and I'd love you to meet the two co-directors, Hélène Cattet and Bruno Forzani. Hopefully we'll say a few words about the movie.
Thank you very much to be here. Thank you, Hélène. And, okay, I won't be long. I just want to say that we have written the story. Okay.
She always does this.
Okay, so it's you just have to follow the story with your 5 senses, and because it's a sensitive story. Okay.
And we didn't know at which point this movie has influenced us for Amer. And in fact, we have the lizard in our skin, I think. And it's a very special screening because in fact it's the first time that we present the film with a giallo before. And it's a very didactic and playful to see the two films together, because you will see what we have taken from the giallo to tell our story. Because in fact in that kind of movies we love the special sequences like the fantasy sequences that you have seen in Lizard, or the moment when you don't have dialogues at all and it's just a run between Florinda Balkan and the biker. And so we have taken all that kind of sequence with no dialogues and who are very cinematographic and maybe experimental to tell our story. So you won't find any detective story, but just that kind of sequence that we have tried to tell the story, the discovery and the quest of desire and body of our main character, Anna. So this story is told through these sequences. Okay, I stop.
We should say that I love the poster. We've got 6 of them to give away at the end of the Q&A. So if you want to answer a question to these two, we'll give you one of the posters. We've got some T-shirts as well. There's girls' ones only. I'm really annoyed about that. We've been trying to get one out of them for ages, but they're the girls' ones only. And we will be joined afterwards with the Q&A with the producer, Francois Cognard, who's a great friend of FrightFest because he actually created Malefique, which we showed a couple of years ago too. I hope you enjoy this. So the Amer experience begins.